Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Umair Ali Kirio from BBA 2 section A, and today my topic of presentation is ADS model and money neutrality. Previously we have discussed the ISLM model, and today as per my topic I will talk about the ADS model or aggregate demand and aggregate supply model. The ISLM model introduced is a complete model representing the general equilibrium of the economy. However, both models appear to be different, but they are equivalent. Speaking of how they are equivalent, they are based on the same assumption, and so they give the same concept of economic behavior and price adjustment, and they both can be used to analyze the shocks that can affect the economy. Now, you all must be thinking, if both models are equivalent and both can be used for analyzing things, why do we bother making another framework? As you guys must have seen in the previous topics that in the understanding of ILSM model, graphically we were using the factors like real interest rate and output on the x and y axis respectively, but yet we say that ADS model is more convenient in using. Now, in ADS model we will analyze the price and output on the axes. So the point of all the discussion is that when we are talking about saving and investment and we are taking these both factors under consideration, we will choose the ISLM model, whereas when we have to discuss the terms like inflation and unemployment, we use the model ADS model. Now the choice of model is in our own hands. Now let me show you graphically how the ADS model is derived from the ISLM model. As you guys have already seen that real interest rate in ISLM model is on the y-axis and output is on the x-axis, and we see the LM model is shifting upward to the left. It can be the effect of price changes, the change in the supply of money. Now what we analyze is that at the equilibrium condition E, when the output level is y1, we will consider the aggregate demand at the same point. When the LM model shifts upward to the left, we see the aggregate comes at the output y2 and the price level p2. Now this all thing concludes the graphical representation of derivation of ADS model from the ISLM model, how aggregate demand is derived from the ISLM model. Now, speaking of aggregate demand and aggregate supply equilibrium, as we have already discussed these concepts in the previous parts of our course, that short-run aggregate supply curve is horizontal to the x-axis, whereas the long-run aggregate supply model is vertical to the y-axis. And as we have derived the aggregate demand from the ISLM model, now combining all three factors together, we will get the aggregate demand and aggregate supply equilibrium, which is at this condition E. Now interpreting this graph, this shows that aggregate demand, aggregate supply in the long run and aggregate supply in the short run, if these all factors are equal, we will get the ADS equilibrium. Now talking about money neutrality. Money neutrality is an economic theory which implies that changes in the supply of money would not change the real variables, however it will only change the nominal variables. Now as we guys know that there are two approaches to economics. The one is Keynesian and the other is classical. They both argue on the concept of money neutrality. The common thing between these two is that Keynesians and classicals agree on the point that in the long run money is neutral. However, Keynesians say that in the short run the prices and wages are not quickly adjustable, and we cannot leave them on the mercy of invisible forces. Rather, the government should take the steps to cover these things and achieve the equilibrium again. However, classicals say that the prices and wages are quickly adjustable. They will adjust itself and the money is neutral in the short run as well. Now, from the graph of ATAS equilibrium, we will learn about money neutrality. Now, as we study at the point E, that shows the long run aggregate supply, the aggregate demand, and the short run aggregate supply are equal. That refers that at the point E there is equilibrium. Now, suppose if the price level increases by 10%, which will shift the demand curve. Now, before shifting, I want to clear something. One thing, that is the price level will be same. We will shift the aggregate demand, but we will analyze at the same price level. Now, the short run equilibrium shift to the point F if money supply increases by 10%. Furthermore, let's now observe what happens to the long run aggregate supply. The long run aggregate supply is now at this point. So the long run equilibrium will be this and the short run equilibrium will be this. But as the money supply goes up, the producers at the short run will increase their prices. If they will increase their prices, the prices level will come to this point, and the new equilibrium will be achieved at the point H at the price level P2. That refers that price level increases by 10%. Now, as a result of all the discussion, it tells us the difference between the short run and long run effects of changes in money supply. As I have told earlier, that classicals suggest that the prices and wages are quickly adjustable, so they will come quickly to the point H. But Keynesians say that first there will be disequilibrium at the point F, then it will take an economy years to achieve the equilibrium H. So classicals and Keynesians both disagree at the short run, but at the long run they said that money is neutral and the equilibrium H will be achieved. But economists have to determine how much time will the economy take to reach at this equilibrium. Classicals and Keynesians agree that the money supply is neutral in the long run after the economy has reached its general equilibrium, because classicals believe that long run equilibrium is reached quickly. They dismiss the short run equilibrium in which money is not neutral as essentially irrelevant. Keynesians, who believe that it may take several years for the economy to reach the general equilibrium, ascribe much more importance to the short run period in which money is not neutral. So this was my today's topic. Stay safe, stay healthy. Khuda Hafiz.